Willards can sell anything to anybody, but not at any price. I'm doing a speech from, what manual is that?
Persuasive speech.
Persuasive speech, and the first job is to be a salesman. And the book says what I'm supposed to do is take a couple of minutes and explain to you what I'm doing and what the book has been telling us about being a good salesman. And then I do a demonstration, which I'm doing with David, and then we wrap up with comments from the audience and comments from David and any discussion as to how that might have been improved or changed. Now, people have a lot of weird ideas about salesmen. They think that a salesman sells you something. And a good salesman doesn't sell you anything. He finds out what's needed and wanted, and then he helps you make it the salesman helps you make a decision so that you buy what you need. But he never sells you anything, you're buying. And his job is to be an advisor and a consultant. And that's what I do all day. I consult people. I consult people on how to get married. I consult people on how to get divorced. I consult people on how to make money. I consult people on how to lose money. I'm very good at telling people how to lose money. My best friend, just as a story, he says, Willard, I listen to you all the time. Because I say, you never listen to me. He says, Willard, I listen to you all the time. He says, it's just that after I listen to you, I do the exact opposite. So let's go through this. David, you want to come on up? All right. So David and I are role-playing, and we have come up with a topic, but let's don't tell him what the topic is. So hello, David. So what are you doing with yourself?
Oh, well,
In about 10 seconds.
I'm trying to get a new job. The other one didn't quite pan out, and I'm still trying to find out what life's about.
Oh, okay. Very good. Can you catch him in the camera okay? Good. So what problem are you having in finding this job?
Well, I think the biggest problem is getting the interviews and getting the people to want to talk to me.
I see. And have you got this all planned out and organized?
No, actually, there's probably not much of a plan at all. I'm just going day by day, and whatever suits my fancy, I shoot for.
Oh, okay. Good. So you don't feel like you've got a control of this problem or organized?
No, I don't have control of it at all. Otherwise, I'd be sitting on Easy Street.
I got it. Are you interested in any feedback or in possible advice or ideas?
Well, I'm very much interested in advice. That's why I'm speaking with you.
Oh, okay. I thought you were speaking with me because we were going to do a demo on something.
No, I'm hoping to get some advice.
Okay, good. So, the secret of getting anything done is to have a plan. You know the old story about the ships in London?
Mm-hmm.
And it wants to go to New York, but they don't program the computer to go to New York.
Uh-oh.
They just turn the motor on and they go out in the ocean. Do they ever
Just
get
like
to New
me.
York?
I hope so.
Well, they didn't program the computer to get to New York. Do you think they ever get to New York?
I doubt it.
Good. So the secret to get to New York is to program the computer.
Oh, okay.
Right? I mean, does that make sense?
It does.
Okay, and we are human computers.
Okay.
You agree with that?
I think I do.
Good. So we need to program you to where you want to go.
That's where I need help.
Okay, good. And then you can figure out the steps to fill in between, right? Because you know how to do this. You've done this before, unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
Okay, good. So this is a prosperity planner. This is it's called the Prosperity Planner. Some of you have seen day planners from the Day Planner Company. And this has one sheet for each day, and it has the times, and then it lists your daily battle plan. All right?
Sounds interesting.
And then it's got here on Thursdays, it's got an extra sheet, weekly battle plan. And then on the month, it's got here major targets. And I want to read you major targets. Can I do that?
Please do.
A broad general ambition, possibly covering a long, only approximated period of time, such as to attain greater security or to get the organization up to 50 staff. Or in your case, get and keep a job.
Okay,
All right. So this is what I use,
I see.
right? And then the back half has got all kinds of management tools. The first thing an executive or manager at any level needs to know is that he has tools with which to manage. L. Ron Hubbard.
Very good.
Okay, and then it tells you how to write an order, which is an individual target, and how to keep your statistics, right? And if you follow the steps in this back of the book and you write everything down on the daily planner, which your targets are, you're going to get to where you want to go.
I hope so, because it looks like I'm going to be spending a lot of time writing.
Right. You know how I know that you're going to get where you want to go?
How's that?
Because I use it, and guess what?
You do a lot of writing.
It works for me.
Oh, okay.
All right. So would you like to join this organization? And they give you the Prosperity Planner for free with the membership.
Well, I don't know. What do I have to put into this?
$250 a year.
Wow, I don't know if I can do that much. Why should I be investing so much? I mean, I know it's a good concept, but that's a lot of investment.
Well, that's because they're giving you the planner, and they're also giving you all this knowledge and education in the back half of the book, you see.
Does a mentor come with that? I mean,
Yeah, the mentor. I'll mentor you with it.
okay.
You don't have to pay me. You just got to pay the organization for the use of their book.
I see. Because, well, like I said, the concept sounds good, but I don't know if there's a commitment there.
Well, if I promise you that I will help you in any way I can and make sure that you get to where you want to go,
Yes, and that would probably make it worth my while.
okay, so we have a deal?
How long do I have to think about this? Probably a day, or how long
Well,
do I have to-
I think about another 10 seconds because we have to keep going with this.
Okay, well, nothing else has worked, so let's do this.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Stay up here, stay up here. All right, so anybody have comments about what we could have done, should have done, or any other suggestions? David, you got any comments or anything about what we've done or what I did or anything?
Well, I'm not sure. You didn't really show me enough need for the product, I don't think.
Really?
Yeah, I understood the need, but I didn't really show how it was going to really make that big change, really get me over the hill.
Okay,
So I think I would have needed more convincing.
okay, good. It needed to show you more results, where the results were.
Yes.
Okay, so would more stories have done that?
At
Of
least.
people that have used it and
Well,
and how-
stories and examples, yes.
Right. Well, I'll give you one example now, by the way. One of my friends who's in my Toastmaster group, he's been married 5 times. His second wife was married to a poor bum. They were young and they were married and they had a kid, so they have a kid together. And he today is a billionaire.
Something
And the
happened.
kid is going to get the $1 billion eventually. But the mother, he don't want to give the mother any money because he divorced her, but the kid's going to get the $1 billion, and they got one kid shared between them. And he used all of this material to make that $1 billion.
Okay, well, now that's more convincing.
That's more convincing. All right, anybody have any audience? Yes.
It sort of reminded me of just things like when you join a gym with a trainer. You know, it's like, yes, I'm going to do this, but then it just kind of fizzles out, you know, or when you commit to a weight loss program, or, you know, it all sounds so great. But I would want to know why this would persevere in my life and not just fizzle as many of the other things.
Because you put your eye on the goal. And if you keep your eye on the goal, you will do the steps necessary to get it. When you lose track of the goal, then you drop all the actions. So, for example, what I would do, this is a little off the topic, but it is I had 3x5 cards. And they had my 10 top lifetime goals. And I wrote them on the 3x5 card. And then I'd look at them as many nights a week as I could before I went to bed, so that those goals didn't fall off for more than a day. So I'm trying to lose weight, I'm trying to do this, but then I keep looking at those things, and it just keeps reminding me. And then all the steps to get there sort of get embedded in you. But the point is, you got to keep the target in front of you. And people just keep it in their heads and they don't write it down. And a goal not written down is not very effective. And of course, that's why you lay it out, and then you take the steps, and you write the 20 steps, how you're going to get there, and you got it down, and you're looking at it. So every day I'm looking at today's targets, and that's what it is. But as far as the salesman's approach, we have to take and create the need. We got to create the need. And of course, a good salesman makes sure that we sell him something that will get him the result, and that the buyer's not going to stop using a week after he buys it. And that has to do with a good salesman, to train him how to use the product.
Yes.
Any comments from anybody else?
Well, I was thinking that I believe I know all this already. So I'm not sure what I would be getting for my $250.
I didn't ask you, I didn't try to sell you the product, I was selling him the product. You
Oh,
don't have a
okay.
need.
Well, I thought you would ask me whether I wanted to sign up and make $1 billion.
No.
So the making the $1 billion is good.
Oh, well, but I wasn't, you were not, the drill wasn't with
Okay.
you or the subject.
Okay.
Your needs are different.
Yep.
I should ask you, do you want to have a well-organized club that's expanding rapidly during the year and the membership's coming in?
Absolutely.
Good, then this day timer is going to help you organize so that you will be the best president this group has ever had.
Well, I thought the secret was to motivate the officers of the club to do that.
That is the problem. Motivation doesn't work more than an hour. Motivational speakers get up and they talk, get you all excited, and you leave, and they don't tell you what to do to get to where you want to go. So you get all excited and you can't follow through. And organization is how you follow through. And with that, we're going to end our meeting. Thank you very much, Mr. Toastmaster.
Thank you, Willard. What a great speech.